Welcome, hello. I am Mr. A. Welcome to the Double RT Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr. A. Today we are doing a breakdown and prediction of, how can you say, top notch, level A versus a contender. So if you're still having a little trouble last time, the most recent ones probably is both the Charlos. Jamal took on J Rock, knocked him out. His brother, a year later, took on Lubin, the most recent one. You could probably put this in the same that type of category. Elite fighter, contender, and those two fights, the contenders are getting knocked out. And I believe this fight is in the same category. You got the A level versus contender, Jacobs versus Arias. Will it follow those steps? Will it follow the knockout? That's what we're going to talk about right here on Double RT Boxing with Mr. A. Ready, talk boxing. Let's get into it. Breakdown and prediction. The feet and legs. Luis Arias, if he's going to use his legs, it's more of a, for ring generalship, he just morally does just a little side hops to get himself, turn you, but he doesn't use the ring as Aries Landilara. Who else is famous for using? Floyd used the ring. He doesn't use the ring like that. Even I'm trying to think of another name, but those are the two just instantly pop in your head when you think of who uses the ring. Luis Arias mainly uses small steps to get himself in position with his punching. He might turn you with his steps, so he's more of a feet operator than a feet and leg operator. But he does use his legs for getting leverage and punching. He bends well with his knees. He lunges off his, not lunges, but he gets the power driven through his thighs into his fists. So whereas Daniel Jacobs does similar job with his feet, but he's more better at using his legs on ring generalship. If you've seen the Triple G fight, you can see how much he bounced all around that ring. But it also, I believe his legs got too heavy for him, and that's why he lost that fight. Even though I had him winning 114, 113, going off subject here, later in that rounds, his legs got too heavy for all that movement he was doing, and Triple G was able to land more shots in the later rounds, and I think that's what happened. But anyway, back onto this video. Double RT Boxing, thanks for your support. Please subscribe. He uses his legs as more of a bounce around, I change you, and then, hit you, get my points, then I move again. He's more of a walker. Walks around. He even bounces around, like I say. But his feet, when he's in close quarters, very similar to Luis Arias. But he doesn't know how to me, Daniel Jacobs doesn't know how to do footwork in the inside. He's more of a mid-range fighter to me. He can do an uppercut occasionally, a body shot, but inside phone booth where this fight I believe is going to take place, I believe the better footwork is going to be with Luis Arias, but the leg work for the mid-range fight is going to be with Daniel Jacobs. So you can kind of see just right there, the feet and the legs, where this fight is going to be. I believe Luis Arias is going to win it on the inside. Daniel Jacobs is going to take it to mid-range and back foot. That's just my opinion. So I'm going to go with feet and legs for the fact that Danny Jacobs can use his legs when he's in trouble as a defensive evasion. I'm going to give him feet and legs because when in doubt, you need to recover. Your feet ain't going to get you there. Your legs are going to get you there. So feet and legs, Daniel Jacobs. Now for defense, I just said Daniel Jacobs uses his legs to help him evade. So that's going to be a big key. I don't see Luis Arias using his legs for defense. He steps, but not fast enough to get out of his opponent's way. I'll be right back. And here I am. I am back. Thank you for waiting. Thank you. Please subscribe. So I'm going with the defense. They both do high guards, and they bob and weave. Luis more he likes to duck down to the side and shade to his left and right. While Daniel Jacobs does it, but I notice he does a catch and release. Like he'll pull with you. He does that better than Luis does. Luis catches and shoots. Um, Danny pulls and counters. So I'm gonna go, but see, this is what I noticed watching. In boxing fights, there's hits, then there's whoa hits, the one that rocks the head, and then there's just those taps that we just kind of let go under the water over our heads. And to me, Danny Jacobs get hits a lot with those clean taps that we don't really see them as points. But if it's a boring fight and it's really hard to, you gotta judge those little punches. To me, Danny Jacobs gets hit a lot with those little punches, and a lot of people just kind of let it go unnoticed. So I'm going to go with the defense of Luis Arias. If he gets hit, he gets hit. But Danny Jacobs gets hit as well. But to me, I see all categories of hit land on Danny Jacobs. Luis, I don't see him too often get solid hits and just hits. Just those pepper hits. I don't see that too often. I see it more with Danny Jacobs. So, legs, Jacobs, 1. Defense, Luis. So we're tied up here. And on the arm category, jab for jab, punch for punch variations, speed variations, combinations. Straight out the get-go, let's go jab for jab. Who has the better jab? When the fight gets tough and you need your distance, I am going to go with Daniel Jacobs for the jab for jab. Now, I guess since we're talking punching category, we could go into the little, if for those who bet money and watch everyone's channel to try and get as much information on your what do they call parlays and stuff. Daniel Jacobs is 32-2 with 26 knockouts. He's been knocked out once, so that's that. 85% somewhere in there, 80s, a high 80% knockout ratio. He's 5'11" and he has a 73-inch reach. Luis is 18-0 with 9 knockouts, 50%er. He's 5'11" too. I couldn't find the reach on him. So very even matched up guys. Both the guys have the power. Obviously, Danny Jacobs has more fights, so he has more opportunity for knockouts. But I'm gonna say they're very much equal in power. Now, that being said, I hope that helps you guys with your little parlays, little money-making schemes. Double RT Boxing, glad to help. Thumbs up for the help. So jab for jab, I'm going to go with Danny Jacobs. I think not only is it stronger, I think when in doubt, his is a better weapon. If that's the only punch he could throw, I think he'll have a jab for jab fight. I think he'll win it. Body work, I'm going to lean with Luis Ortiz. I think he's not Luis Ortiz. Luis Arias, I believe he's a better body attacker. Switches it up more. Body stab jabs, hooks, double up on the hooks. I think just overall he's a better body game. Combinations. Now, when I say combinations and combination variations, like jab, uppercut, hook. That's one combo. Now, that's the only combo you do. It. Do you go double hooks to up, then left to the body, or do you have a uppercut to a jab? Who does unseeable punches more often? And I'm going to go with Luis Arias on that. I believe with the body stabbing, the hooks, the uppercuts he throws, and then the hooks. Danny Jacob is usually just a jabber, and he'll double up on a hook. Either he'll double up on the head, or he'll go head, hook, body. That's usually what he does. Jab, jab, hook. Jab, jab, hook. Luis Arias does a lot of body work. He gets in close. He'll grab you one arm and just beat you with the other arm free. He does uppercuts in the inside. Like I said, a lot of his combination is an inside fight. If the fight's on the outside, it's going to be tough for Luis because all he really got is a jab and a body jab. You know, his hooks aren't. He has to be real close for his hooks to be effective. So I'm going to go with the whole combination variation with Luis Ortiz. Again, Luis Arias. And then I keep saying Luis Ortiz, crazy. Luis Arias, jab, Jacobs, power. I'm still gonna lean with Jacobs, even though they're kind of even on that one. Like I said, to me, Luis Arias is a better inside fighter, while Jacobs is that mid range. He gets that leverage on you, and it's over. Now, inside power, probably Luis Arias. I almost did it. I almost did it. Now, that being a pretty good breakdown, I believe the house bet is Danny Jacobs, just like most of these contender fights. Now, how can, like I said, we all know and believe Danny Jacobs is going to win this fight. Now, how can Luis win this fight? He's going to have to show no respect. He's going to have to disrespect Jacobs. Get in the inside, hold him, maul him, beat him down. And so, inside rough game. Inside rough game. Inside rough. I mean, like, he can't show no respect. Put Danny Jacobs against the ropes. And I would probably just say, be first. Be first, because Danny Jacobs has a better jab. You know, he's going to have to use his smart feet to reset Danny's feet and be first with the jab. Be first with the jab. Rough inside game, and put Jacobs on the ropes. Now, in order for Jacobs to win this fight, use his legs, stay behind the jab, and probably just, you know, you gotta be behind the jab and gotta like triple up the jab. You can't let Luis rush in and get his inside wish. So use the jab, feint it, double it, triple it up, and then work the body. Slow Luis down with his footwork. Now, that being said, right here on the Double RT Boxing Show with your host, Mr. A, it is prediction time. And I am going with, you know me, if you watch the channel, I do like to go with upsets, and I do like to, not just upsets, I just think what it is. I so badly want to pick Luis Arias on this fight, but I think he's gonna gas out in the late rounds, and we're gonna go with a split decision, Danny Jacobs. This is Double RT Boxing saying thank you for your support, thank you for your time, thank you for giving thumbs up. Just start leaving more comments, man. I like to talk boxing, you know. Like I said, we ain't gotta agree, but we just gotta keep it. We don't gotta keep it peacefully, you know. If you're a mean person, that's who you are. But I'm a peaceful guy. I usually answer all comments pretty fast, within maximum 2 days, but usually just within that day I answer all comments. So thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you for helping my channel grow, make this into a nice show. I appreciate the love and support from everyone around the world. Thank you, guys.